Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're uncovering the harrowing story of a millionaire businesswoman whose promising life was brutally cut short. What began as a simple missing persons case quickly unraveled into a chilling web of deception, betrayal, and murder. This is the story of Andreen McDonald. Andreen, originally from Jamaica, was a force to be reckoned with. Disciplined, ambitious, and fiercely dedicated to her thriving business and philanthropy. At just 29 years old, she co-founded a multi-million-dollar assisted living company with her husband, 39-year-old Andreen McDonald, a major in the U.S. Air Force. On the surface, they were the picture of success, a power couple, a life others envied. But behind closed doors, cracks were beginning to form. Cracks that would soon shatter their picture-perfect world. February 16th, 2019. Andreen hosted an extravagant party at their upscale San Antonio home, celebrating Andre's 40th birthday. Friends and family gathered, and the couple appeared happy. But just 12 days later, the illusion of their perfect life would crumble. February 28th, 2019. Everything changed. During a routine meeting with their tax preparer, Andre learned that Andreen had secretly started another business without him. The revelation sent him into a rage. Back home, the argument escalated, their text messages seeping with tension. "Andreen, I don't care if you file for divorce," he coldly typed. He later told police he left to cool off at a gas station, continuing their fight over text. But when he returned home, he claimed Andreen had simply gone to bed. The following morning, March 1st, Andreen was nowhere to be found. She never showed up at her gym, which was extremely bizarre for her, and she missed work. Concerned employees contacted her mother, Maureen Smith. Together, they rushed to Andreen's home. Once they arrived, they discovered the door was locked with no answer. Panic immediately began to set in. Maureen called the police. Her daughter was missing. When a Bexar County deputy arrived, he noticed something unsettling. A streak of blood and strands of hair on a bathroom light switch. Then, outside, something far worse. A burn pile. Among the ashes, a single zipper. Andreen's purse, ID, and keys were still inside the house, but her phone was missing. Andreen McDonald arrived home. His wife was missing, and all evidence pointed to violence. But his response, cold, distant. He admitted they argued the night before, but refused to say more without an attorney. The walls were closing in. Investigators began retracing Andre's steps. The next morning, surveillance cameras caught him at Lowe's, purchasing an ominous list of supplies: a shovel, an axe, heavy-duty trash bags, gloves, and gas cans. Then, later that same day, a gun and ammunition. March 3rd, 2019. Andreen McDonald was arrested, not for murder, but for tampering with evidence. The key piece, a ripped-up Lowe's receipt found in the garbage can. Yet, despite his arrest, one question loomed over everything. Where was Andreen? For 5 months, her disappearance haunted the community. Then, on July 11th, 2019, a nightmare became reality. 6 miles from her home in a remote field, Andreen's skeletal remains were found. The search for her whereabouts was over, but the search for justice was just beginning. Andre was charged with murder, but he pleaded not guilty. For nearly 4 years, the case dragged on. Then, finally in 2023, the trial begins. In a shocking move, Andre took the stand. He claimed the night Andreen died, a fight turned physical, a fight that he blames Andreen for. He insisted he acted in self-defense, but his own actions told another story. He desecrated her body, burned her body, hid her body, and then continued to conceal his crimes. The prosecution laid out damning evidence: the axe, the shovel, the trash bags, and then his confession. Andre claimed those items weren't meant to dispose of Andreen's body. His words painted a terrifying picture of what really took place that night. Andre claimed those items weren't used to dispose of Andreen's body, but his words painted a terrifying picture of what really took place that night. The jury deliberated for nearly 12 hours. Then, on February 3rd, 2023, the verdict was in. Andre was found not guilty for murder, but guilty of manslaughter, a 20-year sentence. 1 year later, in a civil trial, Andreen's family won a $210 million wrongful death lawsuit against Andreen McDonald. Andreen was a wife and a mother who built her success through relentless determination. And yet, in the end, the person who should have been there to protect her the most was the person who took it all away. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. As we wrap up this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok so you don't miss out on any updates on this story or future stories. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.